Hello, you sexy people. It's your boy Proftrof. We're back again with another Hood Nature video. He's gonna tell us how hippos are bad again. God damn it. Hippos bad. We understand, Hood. We understand. Why must we keep going? Wait, is it actually eating? It's eating a crocodile.
No, if disrespect were a sport, hippos would be Hall of Fame.
It's eating a
Because a
crocodile.
fetus hippo can treat a grown crocodile as a chew toy and get away with it because they both know the croc won't do anything about it. Baby hippos will actually do this. They'll groom and lick the tails of homicide in the form of a crocodile like a teething.
Wait, they will groom the tail of the... What kind of weird shit is happening here?
Toddler. Baby hippos have no fear or respect for an animal that could probably one-shot them with those jaws. And that's because crocodiles might have a brain the size of a walnut, but even they're smart enough not to give a mother hippo a reason to catch a body. Because this is how that movie ends. So instead of turning the baby into past tense, the crocodile just has to sit there and take it. There's actually a reason hippos do this.
Why?
I just don't know what it is. I've known about this
Bro, you can't say that. There's a reason for everything, I guess, if you say it like that.
since I was 7, but I never found out why they go out of their way to violate them like this. My best guess is that hippos like the taste of the salt on a crocodile's tail and they just help themselves. Either that or hippos are so disrespectful that they don't even acknowledge crocodiles as living things.
Damn.
But normally crocodiles and hippos will tolerate each other's existence.
Really?
And sometimes crocodiles will sunbathe while riding on the backs of this African.
What am I even looking at? Bro, this is the weirdest. My boy got a legendary mount.
Homicide horse. The crocs never get
Homicide
too out of
horse.
line because again, this is the end game. Moral of this video. When your mom is big
Moral?
enough, you can get away with anything under the sun.
Technically not correct. What the?
At this point, I'm not even gonna apologize. You know what you signed up for. And if my eyes have to bear witness, I'm bringing everyone else down with me. Those are eponychium, but you probably heard them also be called fairy slippers. Those fairy slippers are
I have
rubbery
not-
covering that goes over the hooves of a baby.
Bro, what am I looking at? Oh my god.
Those fairy slippers are a rubbery covering that goes over the hooves of a baby horse to protect its mother from the sharp edges while it's still inside her. It's like a pair of house slippers that the baby horse wears until it finally joins the outside. And if you've never seen this before, it's because as soon as the eponychium touches air, it starts to dry and fall off, especially once the foal starts walking. And sometimes the mother horse will pull the rubber boots off the
Disgusting.
baby with her teeth. And of course, none of it's painful for the foal, it's only painful to look at. For the
Bruh.
first 24 hours, most of the horse feathers
Okay,
are already
can we
gone.
stop?
It looks bad, but
Please.
it's actually for a really good reason. Baby horses have to be able to stand and walk as soon as possible, since the smell of a horse being born can attract predators. But having fully formed hooves could put the mother in a pack if one of the sharp edges cuts her and causes internal bleeding. Moral of this video, this is what compromise looks like.
Damn. The creature was recorded in Sagami Bay, Japan at the depth of 3,353 feet and has never been identified. Of course it's in Japan. Of course the weirdest shit happens there. Yep.
I'm gonna
Why
hold
am I
you, that does
surprised?
look bad, but don't worry. It's worse than you think. Now I could be
How?
wrong, I might be wrong, but if I had to guess, that is some type of eel, especially a snaggletooth snake eel. You can find this demonic fire hose in the Pacific Ocean. Apparently the biggest ones can grow to 3.5 feet.
Bro,
And I'm gonna go ahead and guess
looks
they're one
like
of
a
those animals
dildo
designed to
with
live at the bottom
mouth.
of the ocean, so when you bring them up to the surface, they become deformed creations belonging to Satan. Which is probably why it looks like a possessed balloon animal, as a result of bloating after death. And with those needles
Bloating
for teeth,
after
we can
death.
guess that it eats small fish, crustaceans, and maybe even squid, and those teeth keep the struggling prey from escaping. And if that acid trip of a rough draft is anything like the moray eel, then they have a second set of pharyngeal jaws in its throat to make sure whatever goes
they have a second jaw inside of the... Nature, why? Nature, why?
in doesn't come out. But having a throat with a child lock does backfire when you choke yourself into an
Damn.
obituary. And I know I said snaggletooth before, but it could also be a fangtooth snake eel, especially since they're found deeper down. And as much as I genuinely love freaking y'all out, they're pretty much harmless and probably wouldn't bite you unless you did something to deserve it. So this thing's probably dead. But this is proof that nature has rough drafts and its trash bin is the bottom of the ocean.
Are we not gonna ask? Are we not gonna
See these
ask?
bones? You want to know what made these bones?
Yes.
You don't want to know.
I probably don't.
Because this graveyard was found in the nest of one of the most homicidal things in the Amazon.
Emu?
Harpy eagle is a paralysis
Oh.
demon with wings. Not only are they one of the
Wait, I thought they didn't hit humans.
largest murder tweeties in the world, they have
Oh,
talons
those
that are as big as the claws of a
monkeys?
grizzly bear. Harpies use those vice grips to crush
What?
the bones of their prey on the way back to the nest. But there's one important thing about them that makes them a special type of menace. The worst thing about this eagle are those wings. Nature gave harpy eagles short wings, meaning not only can they fly through the jungle to catch prey, it means no name on the census is safe. Which is why this steroid hell pigeon has one of the most disrespectful KDs out there. Just in this picture you can see monkeys, sloths, armadillos, and lizards that never made it
Okay.
home because this Air Bundy caught himself.
I thought there was humans there. I was like, oh god, there's gonna be some weird, creepy shit. It's only monkeys. It's okay.
That is
Owls are
literally how
still
they hunt.
cute.
They'll sit in a tree for hours just waiting for a chance to activate
Oh
someone's
yes, you
life
would.
Yeah, Buckbeak don't be playing.
Aw.
Because you said please, here's 5 things you might not know about this black Air Force ferret. One of their main defenses involves flipping their anus inside out and assaulting your senses with the smell.
Repeat that again. Repeat that again.
Force ferret. One of their main defenses involves flipping
Yes?
their anus inside out and assaulting your senses with the smell. Honey badgers are cousins with skunks and wolverines, and they smell just as
Ah.
well. Their reversible booty hole is
Okay.
so vile that it apparently stuns bees and stops them from attacking. Which brings us to number 2. Honey badgers are not immune to bee stings. They are resistant, so they probably would last longer than you, but if enough bees get on their dome, they could end up being a pack. Since these hood users don't value life, not even their own.
Okay.
Sometimes they'll actually sit there and keep eating while actively being stung by hundreds of bees. And because they are the way they are, sometimes they'll keep
I've seen people do that, bro.
eating until they eventually get stung to death. Number 3, it's believed that cheetah cubs
Cheetah.
evolved to look like honey badgers so they could avoid getting harassed by other animals. Meaning this African
They're
bush
so
ferret
cute.
is such a case that a predatory big cat has to impersonate them just to get more
Wait,
respect.
cheetahs are not.
Number 4,
Wait, cheetahs are not big. How are they not big cats? I thought they were big cats. What?
in some parts of central India, they're called a name that translates to grave badger because apparently the honey badger has a reputation for digging out human graves and eating the corpses. And number 5, honey badgers aren't real badgers. Those are true badgers, and the honey badger's all the way over there.
Oh yeah,
So
he
when you
told
hear
us
me
this
call
before.
this a steroid felony weasel, I'm only half kidding.
That each other exists.
What, don't know they exist?
Sharks have no fucking clue that camels exist. And
Oh boy, do I have a story for you. So like fun fact, actually mildly
I mean, they probably don't know a lot of things exist, right?
disturbing fact. Camels are one of those animals that have no business swimming but do it anyway, and they're unnecessarily good at it. And an animal whose home address is a
Bro,
desert beach.
why are there so many animals that should not be good, that don't look like they're good at swimming, that are actually good at swimming? Like the moose. I did not fucking know that a moose could swim. Turns out I can swim like...
Being able to
A
pull
guy.
up on you in the ocean is one of the biggest
Ocean
you I do
guy.
what I want moves from nature. There's a type of dromedary camel called karai that are so comfortable with water that they'll cross rivers and even shallow stretches of the ocean as they look for food. And that's because these overgrown water
What?
donkeys love eating mangroves on islands offshore, so much that they'll travel for hours to get it. There's actually a pretty good chance that at least one shark has seen one of these sand-loving hump jockeys out in the ocean. He told his friends. They did not believe him.
Gura.
Moral of this video. If you're ever on a boat off the coast of a country like Algeria, you better be prepared to say what's up to a camel. This is a picture of an alligator riding on top of a manatee in Florida. I've already explained how
manatee.
gators aren't really a threat to full-grown manatees, and
Hey, what's up with gators having legendary mounts over here? Jesus
oftentimes the
Christ.
same reptile that
100%
would
movement
tear
speed?
your arm completely off gives manatees the right of way in the water. But apparently these two hang out as friends. Kind of. There's a couple reasons why this
Kind of.
might be happening. Alligators are cold-blooded, so they love chilling in sunny spots. I guess it figured an
Cold-blooded.
aquatic breathing beanbag chair was as good as any rock or log. Since manatees are basically the capybara of the water. Oh seriously, different animal but same vibes. Either the manatee doesn't mind or he's simply too unbothered to care. To somehow make it even more wholesome, alligators and crocodiles often give each other piggyback rides.
That's-
Don't really know
it's kinda
why
cute
exactly
in a
they do this, but
disturbing
since
way.
it doesn't do anything for them in terms of survival, you can assume they do it just cause it's fun.
Why
Probably a
not?
stretch, but there's a small chance that this is an alligator's way of playing with the manatee, and the manatee's just too unproblematic to stop him. Probably the first thing, but for the sake of my mental health, I'm gonna go with the playing. Let me tell you why this bird is the biggest menace to society you've never heard of.
What is
This
this
is a southern giant petrel. Its nickname is a stinker because they have the same diet as
Yo, look at it. Why does it have a nose hole here? This is so weird.
vultures with none of the redeeming
Bro, it looks like a dwarf, a fat ass dwarf that has a mean mug. Look at it.
qualities. This dumpster tweety takes all kinds of meat,
Dumpster
rotting,
tweety.
decaying, disease. It don't matter, they don't discriminate. And just like vultures, when this overgrown corpse pigeon finds a carcass, it starts eating it ass first. They also delete and eat penguin chicks, and they've even been known to drown gannet chicks by holding them underwater until
Hey, bro, it's like me. Ass first, baby.
their soul gets evicted. Basically performing a baptism and an abortion for the price of one. Also, the giant in their
Yeah.
name is because the biggest ones can have a wingspan of nearly 7 feet, meaning you're probably shorter than the length of its wings. It's not even the worst thing about them. If the petrel thinks you're too close, it'll projectile vomit the contents of whatever disrespect was marinating in its garbage disposal of a stomach. As if getting sprayed with half-eaten seal wasn't enough, it's actually so acidic that it can eat at the waterproof coating of seabirds' feathers. Some of the seabirds that
What
get hit
the
can't
hell?
swim. Since they have sea literally in their name, that's a dick move. Also, the red faces because they spend so much time violating the corpses of other animals. They're basically seagulls on crack. Those are the eyes of a bird that will never see heaven. Yeah, cheetahs aren't big cats. You're right, I probably
Cheetahs.
should have explained that.
Yeah,
So
oh
when
hey.
we talk about
He
wild
actually is gonna explain that. Nice.
cats, you have two flavors of felines. You got the Panthera genus and you got Team Felinae. Now, the Panthera genus has lions, tigers, jaguars, leopards, and snow leopards, and they all have one thing in common, is that they can all roar. except the snow leopard, but they're so
Roar?
cool they get in strictly off clout.
True
and
shit.
these are what people call big cats, but you'll probably notice there's 2 big names missing. And that's because mountain lions and cheetahs can't roar, so they don't qualify
count?
as big cats, meaning they belong to the second group of cats.
Wait, just the
which also
roar?
includes ocelots, caracals, lynxes, and even the
Ocelot!
big cat watching you watch this. Instead of roaring, these guys purr. Apparently, if you're a cheetah, you also chirp like a bird because of course they do.
It's kind of cute.
So the name big cat doesn't really refer to their size because the smallest big cat is outweighed by the biggest little cat. Basically, it comes down to if you can roar, you sit at the big cat lunch table. If
Damn.
you purr, you ride the little cat bus. And if you're a cheetah, you sit alone because honestly, what
You
is
get
this?
fucked by everything. Unfortunate. Oh, it's adorable. Hey, when are we getting home cheetahs? When are we getting cheetahs at home? Make it happen, science. Elon, where my cheetah girls at? Where they at, bro? Come on. Okay, what y'all think? Did y'all learn anything new? Let me know in the comments if you did. What the hell? Oh, it's what up. Okay, anyway, if you want to see more Hood Nature reactions, Casual Geographic, I apologize. Check out the playlist right here. I can't memorize the new name for some reason. So my brain don't work correctly, alright? Anyway, quick thank you to YouTubers and Patreons. Thank you all for the support. Hope you have a nice day. Keep having a nice day. And bye, everybody. See ya. Bye-bye.